On May 8, 2025, Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost was elected as the 267th Pope of the Roman Catholic Church, taking the name Pope Leo XIV. This historic election marked the first time in nearly 2 millennia that an American was chosen to lead the Church. Born in Chicago, Illinois, Cardinal Prevost's journey to the papacy was shaped by a deep commitment to missionary work. After joining the Augustinian order, he dedicated much of his life to serving in Peru, immersing himself in the challenges faced by the marginalized communities there. His fluency in multiple languages, including English, Spanish, Italian, Latin, and even Quechua, the ancient language of the Andes, allowed him to connect authentically with the people he served. Cardinal Prevost's dedication and service did not go unnoticed. He held significant roles within the Vatican, including serving as the prefect of the dicastery for bishops, where he was responsible for the appointment of bishops worldwide. His approach was characterized by deep listening, cultural awareness, and a strong moral compass, earning him the trust of his peers. Following the death of Pope Francis on April 21, 2025, the College of Cardinals convened in the Sistine Chapel for the papal conclave. The election process was swift, with Cardinal Prevost emerging as a consensus candidate after just 1 day of voting. His election was seen as a response to the Church's need for a leader who could navigate the complexities of a rapidly changing world while remaining rooted in tradition. Upon his election, Cardinal Prevost chose the papal name Leo XIV. This decision was symbolic, aligning his papacy with that of Pope Leo III, who was known for his social teachings and advocacy for the rights of workers. Pope Leo XIV's choice reflects a commitment to addressing contemporary social issues, including economic inequality and the dignity of the human person. In his first appearance as Pope, Pope Leo XIV addressed the faithful gathered in St. Peter's Square, offering a message of peace and unity. He emphasized the importance of building bridges and engaging in dialogue, echoing the sentiments of his predecessor, Pope Francis. His vision for the Church includes a focus on inclusivity, humility, and a commitment to serving those on the peripheries of society. The election of Pope Leo XIV has garnered widespread attention and support from leaders around the world. US President Donald Trump, French President Emmanuel Macron, Russian President Vladimir Putin, and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky have all extended congratulations, highlighting the global significance of his election. In the early days of his papacy, Pope Leo XIV has taken steps to address pressing issues within the Church. He made his first U.S. bishop appointment by naming Bishop Michael Pham as the new Bishop of San Diego, California. Additionally, he appointed Sister Tiziana Maletti as the second-in-command at the Vatican's Congregation for Religious Orders, reinforcing efforts to elevate women to leadership roles within the Church. Despite the demanding nature of his role, Pope Leo XIV maintains a regular fitness routine, including aerobic exercises, muscle strengthening, and playing tennis. This commitment to physical well-being underscores his dedication to health and vitality, which are essential for fulfilling his responsibilities as the leader of the Catholic Church. The election of Pope Leo XIV represents a significant moment in the history of the Catholic Church. His background in missionary work, commitment to social justice, and emphasis on dialogue and inclusivity position him to lead the Church through the challenges of the modern world. As the first American pope, his papacy symbolizes a bridge between cultures and continents, offering a renewed vision for the future of the Church. Pope Leo XIV has released a video message commemorating the 10th anniversary of the encyclical Laudato Si, originally published by Pope Francis in 2015. In this message, Leo XIV reflects on the importance of caring for our common home and urges renewed global commitment to ecological responsibility, social justice, and spiritual renewal. He emphasized that Laudato Si remains a foundational text for the Church's ongoing mission to promote an integral ecology, one that connects environmental care with the dignity of every human being. The Pope called for concrete action in the face of climate change, biodiversity loss, and the suffering of the poor, whom he described as the first to feel the impact of ecological degradation. Leo XIV's message aligns with his broader vision for the Church, a global, inclusive and compassionate community rooted in gospel values and aware of its responsibility toward creation. He concluded the video by inviting all people of goodwill, regardless of faith, to unite in hope and action for the well-being of future generations. As Pope Leo XIV begins the next phase of his papacy, early signs indicate a commitment to not only uphold the traditions of the Catholic Church, but also to guide it into a more engaged and responsive future. His leadership is marked by both a pastoral heart and a keen awareness of global realities, blending the spiritual with the social in ways that resonate with contemporary challenges. Strengthening the Church's global presence. Pope Leo XIV has emphasized the importance of strengthening the Church's presence in the global South, where Catholicism continues to grow rapidly. He has initiated a review of missionary efforts and diocesan structures in Africa, Asia, and Latin America, aiming to ensure that local churches are both self-sustaining and deeply integrated into the universal mission of the Church. His understanding of global cultures, honed during his years in Peru, positions him uniquely to build bridges between the Vatican and diverse local communities. Addressing clerical abuse and accountability. A major priority for Pope Leo XIV is the continuation and strengthening of reforms to combat clerical abuse and enhance transparency within the Church. He has called for a global summit of bishops and lay experts to be held in 2026, with the goal of reviewing progress made since Pope Francis's earlier reforms and proposing new mechanisms for accountability and survivor care. This summit will include testimonies from survivors, signaling the Pope's commitment to healing and justice. A vision for integral ecology. Reinforcing his message on the 10th anniversary of Laudato Si, Pope Leo XV announced the creation of a new pontifical Academy for Integral Ecology. This body will collaborate with scientists, theologians, economists, and indigenous leaders to shape Church teaching and action on environmental stewardship. The Pope has also encouraged parishes around the world to participate in an ecological Jubilee year starting in 2026, focusing on sustainable practices and ecological education. Interfaith dialogue and peace-building. Understanding the critical role of faith in resolving global conflicts, Pope Leo XIV has prioritized interreligious dialogue. He has already scheduled visits to Jerusalem, Mecca, pending Saudi approval, and a multi-faith summit in India. In his words, peace is born when hearts meet in humility and hope, not when dogmas clash in arrogance. These efforts aim to reduce religious tensions, foster mutual understanding, and advocate for persecuted religious communities worldwide. The role of women in the Church. Pope Leo XIV continues to push forward the conversation on the role of women in Church leadership. Following the appointment of Sister Tiziana Merletti, he announced the formation of a special papal commission to study the historical and theological dimensions of women in the diaconate. This move has sparked both hope and debate within Catholic circles and is seen as a significant step toward recognizing the contributions of women in ministry and governance. Youth and the digital Church. Recognizing the importance of connecting with young Catholics, Pope Leo XIV launched an initiative called Via Nova, New Way, a digital-first evangelization and catechesis platform tailored for youth and young adults. The platform combines interactive media, live-streamed liturgies, and global community forums to foster spiritual growth and communal engagement in the digital age. Conclusion: a papacy of listening and leading. Pope Leo XIV's leadership is defined by a careful balance of tradition and innovation. His openness to dialogue, his pastoral sensitivity, and his bold steps toward reform have already begun to shape a new chapter in the life of the Catholic Church. As he continues to articulate his vision, Catholics and observers around the world are watching closely, hopeful that his papacy will be a bridge not